So let's jump back into the agenda itself, and let's say that we are ready to run the meeting. We've put to bed the pre-meeting phase, and now we're ready to actually kick off the meeting itself. The time tracker automatically kicks off at the very beginning of the scheduled invitation for the meeting itself, which is why our time tracker is all the way down here currently. And what I like to talk about on the meeting and running the meeting itself, there's really three big things that you can do. One, you can take notes. Those can be in the form of public or private meeting notes. Two, you can record decisions. That's typically when you have something that's been a roundtable discussion and we want to create a ledger of big decisions that were made from the meeting. And three, the ability to track action items. So I'm going to start by showing you how you can take notes. There's a lot of flexibility here, so I'll give you some of the high level functions that you can use. If you want to take public notes, there's really two different ways you can do that. One, at the very beginning of the meeting, you can click our minutes button here, and you can either open Word or OneNote, and from there you can start taking notes directly into either of those applications. That's totally fine if you want to go that route. The other option is to remain on the agenda itself and click our little edit pencil here. You'll notice I can actually, during the meeting, add more notes for the team into the agenda itself. And by doing so, when I click save, everybody that's on this screen and looking at the agenda will actually see that update come through. So that's a great way to take notes for public consumption from the agenda itself. The other type of notes that you have are private notes. So for anybody that is attending the meeting that's within the team, in this case, Project Group Q, they can actually click on My Notes. And when we do that, it will open up a private OneNote notebook for anybody that clicks on it. So if you have 10 people attending the meeting, all 10 people can click My Notes. It will actually open up private OneNote notebooks specific to whoever clicked on it. The secret benefit to this for the organizer is if I'm the organizer and I click My Notes, I will actually have the option to make those notes public when I formally recap the entire meeting. That's something I'll show you here in a second. But hopefully that makes sense. That's how you can take public and private notes. Shifting gears, we'll go ahead and talk about the ability to record decisions. So let's say that we're working our way through the agenda itself and we see on agenda item number 5 that there is a decision that we would like to make. So let's say that we have a nice roundtable discussion and we have made a decision. The organizer will go in, click the little 3 dots, and record the decision. So you can click New Decision. We can put in the title that the decision maybe was centralized around deciding on adding funds. And the actual description could be, had a nice chat and will add, let's say, 10K to the budget. We go ahead and finalize it and save it. And what this is doing, it's not only going to tag that decision to the corresponding agenda item, but it's also going to drop it into our little decisions list archive. So if I click the word list here, you will now see not only the decision we made from this meeting, the meeting date, the meeting itself, and then also the corresponding agenda item. You'll also see any other decisions that were made within this team. This little blue box tracks along with Project Group Q, so you can see any decisions that were made across any meetings. Similarly, we can shift over and assign tasks. Decisions integrates really well with Microsoft Planner and Excel if you so choose, but just so you know, you can assign tasks directly from this agenda item or any other agenda item. So if we're working our way through the agenda, and we want to assign a task, I can say, yeah, let's go ahead and click plus task, and we can assign, we'll just say new task. We can give it a due date, assign it to a specific person or multiple people within the team. And then you'll notice there's this little hyperlink here. Decisions offers to create a vertical column or bucket in the corresponding Microsoft Planner plan for the team. So if you want, you can drop all your tasks from the meeting directly into the meeting bucket. If you want us to be a little more flexible, you can actually drop these into any buckets that you have at your disposal. So it does not have to be the meeting bucket. You can actually create other buckets behind the scenes if you'd prefer. In this case, I'll just drop it into our meeting bucket, click add, and what that's going to do is actually going to assign the task to those two gentlemen. You will now see we have a number of tasks that are overdue or pending in this case. You can manage those from Planner. You can also click Excel and export those as a static export into Excel. So that right there is running the meeting. You can take public and private notes. You can record decisions. You can also record tasks.